guys, welcome back to Fazy Vlogs. In today's video I'm doing another blog reading, but instead a horror slash thriller reading. Just a little reminder, the video clip you saw before this of the outdoor, that was from our walk from yesterday, and I actually captured a few videos, but I decided to use this one the most because that's the one that was most engaging for me. It was, it had that perfect sense of horror and mystery. So that video actually inspired me to write a few bits of this blog as well, to include that bad sense of omen, the sense of thriller and the sense of horror and violence. I really hope you guys enjoy it, and at the end of the video please like, subscribe, share and comment, and let me know in the comment section below what you thought of it. Any suggestions you've got, I'm up for that, and what I can improve on, I don't mind. And please watch till the end, and let's get into it. Now I'm going to be reading my blog, and see you then. So now I'm going to be reading my blog, The Cemetery, so let's go for it. Night stood still. The summer evening produced warm, crisp air that lingered over the dry earth. The sweltering heat brought tiny droplets over the forehead, the heat penetrating the body. Trees dug into the ground, their tender green leaves swaying slowly as they absorbed the warm gust of wind. In the midst of isolation, the noise of crickets grew louder, being born into a sound of monstrosity. Its unusual noise slowly curdled the blood. Smell of fresh mud had caused the stomach to turn violently. It was then the cracked, hefty boots of a man tore the connection between grass and mud as he paced through the plain fields, panicked and palish. The sick moon shone its yellowish light upon the surface of his pale skin, the sweat trickling. He had just killed a man. Slowly, as he began to lower his pace, his sore eyes not only met the plain fields around him, but the trees that were arched in front of him. The dark features were spine-tingling. They were wretched as they gazed at him. Each branch stuck out as if it were a skeletal finger, each branch telling 1,000 stories of the formidable and nightmarish features the place had withheld. Demonic moaning and whispers sailed in the sea of guilt. It was uneasy and had something new supernatural about it. Presence of otherworldly beings had felt for the body. In the distance was a hellish aroma that ate the air away, a fox's body rotting as the maggots feasted, ripping its limbs apart. The grass moulding into the bones, the cracked jaw full of insects, as his green body flopped to the side. A swarm of freakish flies hovered over the body. The smell of decay was inviting to the kingdom of insects. He sought shelter and absolution, the warmth deteriorating his will, time encapsulating him. There was no escape. After hours of stumbling and fumbling, racing into a haste, he brushed the forested leaves of his face and found himself in a field of graves. The cracked greyish headstones stood tall and menacing. The aging moss wrapped itself around the names that were once engraved on it, leaving no trace of who's buried. Some had tumbled down, weathered by all sorts of disaster. Hideous crows flapped their wings and beat the air brutally, their yellow eyes gleaming in the night of dead, swiveling like black smoke on top of an empty grave. A large crow in the distance feasted on the flesh of human. Its stomach was ripped to pieces, and its eyes rolled out like pearls. Its reddish organs were being thrown apart. The smell of metallic blood had brought a white veil over his skin. It was as if death had lured him into his destination. Even the corpse longed for water. The shriveled tongue rolled back as a crow stripped its dignity. The loud chanting of prayer had shot out of the man's mouth, his cracked lips helping in formation of the words. An ancient bell tolled nearby, its vibration causing a distortion in the air as the crows of their feast. Suddenly, a shadow molded itself behind him, his heart in a frenzy of fright. His eyes crystallized as he fell, his head decapitated, and his body splitting like butter penetrated by the stones. The moon shone and the crows feasted. The fresh aroma of the blood fills the crow's eyes with lust. The same happened with him. It was just a different man. So guys, that was the cemetery blog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll try to make it as much entertaining as possible. If not scary, then thriller and very descriptive. So I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, let me know in the comment section below what you thought of it. Thank you very much for listening, and see you in the next vlog.